Okay, you will not be having these ball and stick figures on your test. They're going to be just the line type figures or the formulas, which I think is a good thing because sometimes this can get a little confusing. But you got a benzene ring here because you got 3 double bonds. So I'm going to go ahead and redraw this to where I can see distinctly that I got that benzene ring. Right here, from this one, you're going to have a carbon. You're going to have an alcohol coming off of it, and then a methyl group. Coming off of here. Now on this side of your carbon, you're going to have an ethyl group coming off of there. Alright, now when you see this sulfuric acid above, you know that you're going to have a dehydration reaction. Now, a dehydration reaction, remember, you're going to get rid of the alcohol. We're going to kick this away. And remember that alcohols are organic, I don't know, forms or analogs of water. That's mentioned somewhere, and also it's on your test somewhere. So just remember, the alcohols are your organic analogs of water. So when we say dehydration reaction, what happens is we're kicking this off. It's going to join together with another hydrogen that's being kicked off of here. Okay, so you see these hydrogens here. One of these is going to get kicked off too, and it's going to form a double bond. So I want you to remember 2 or 3 things before I even show you what's going to happen. Number 1 is that your alcohols are your organic analogs of water. Okay, number 2, you see this, you've basically got 2 different types of reactions that you have to worry about with this chapter. That's oxidation reactions and dehydration reactions. Dehydration reactions are going to give you alkenes, okay, that double bond. So if you see a dehydration reaction on the test, you're going to look for a product that has an alkene. Number 3, or whatever thing I want you to remember, is that you're going to have both major products and a minor product. Okay, now, meaning that you're going to have 2 things that can happen. You see, when this is kicked off, this bond is going to have to go somewhere. So it's basically, it can go only, in this case, really 2 different places. It really cannot go here because this is a benzene ring and it's got its maximum number of bonds that it can get right here. So count this out. It's not gonna form there. But what could happen is this hydrogen could pop off and you could form a double bond here, or one of these hydrogens could pop off and you could form a double bond there. So the question is, you know, well, what you going to get? You're going to get a double bond with this one or a double bond here? And your answer is that you're going to get both of them in an organic reaction. But you're going to get more of one than the other. And that's what we call the major one. And the rule is we're going to put the major product, the double bond is going to form in the place where you have more alkanes attached. Okay? Or longer alkyl chains attached. Okay, so longer or more alkyl groups. So you ask yourself, if the double bond were to form here, there's only one alkyl group here. Okay, if it were to form here, there's 2. Okay, so since there's 2 alkyl groups here, this is more than likely, this is going to be your major product. The hydrogen is going to hop off of there, form of water. You're getting rid of a water, so that's why they call it dehydration. And now you're going to have a double bond forming right here. That's going to be your major product. Now, as far as percentages, I don't know if it's going to be an 80-20 type thing or 60-40. I'm not really sure. I think it's specific to the reaction. But your major product is going to be okay, so this is this carbon forming a double bond right here, and we've still got this methyl group coming off. Okay, this is your major. Now you'll also have the minor reaction where this carbon comes off and you get a double bond there. So you will have some of these. Okay, this is your minor product, but you're more than likely going to have this. Now, what I need for you to focus on with this test are these things I've talked about. Number 1, if you see an alcohol, these are your organic analogs of water. Number 2, if you see this, you got a dehydration reaction. You're going to get an alkene with a double bond. Number 3, you're going to have a choice of major and minor products here. Now, again, show me step by step. Show me these things so that I can see what you're thinking about in terms of, is there any way I can give you some alternate credit on these tests. Your major product, major, just think this time of major and more. More alkyl groups here, this is where your double bond's going to form. Okay? And then you will have some of that minor product.